You! Yeah, you! Do you play Dungeons and Dragons? Do you like magic but hate being a squishy wizard that dies when the BBEG looks at him a little too hard? Do you want to use weapons and are still trying to find that perfect gish or spell sword build? Well, look no further, because due to the power of my mental illnesses and homebrewing, I have the perfect class for you, the Vanguard. But what's the Vanguard, I hear you ask? Well, not really. I can't hear anything you're saying, but I'm gonna explain it to you anyways. The Vanguard is a homebrew class I made for D&D 5e, and you can get it for free. But first, I'm going to give you a quick overview of the class and all of its abilities to try and whet your appetite and make you want to try out this juicy class. First off, the Vanguard is a martial arcane halfcaster, so heavy armor, basically any weapon, pick them up, put them on, start swinging, and have fun. Then, at first level, you get two abilities. The first is Arcane Path, which does something to separate itself from all official classes. It allows you to choose your spellcasting modifier. Basically, you choose how your character learns magic, and the path you choose will give you different abilities at certain points, or alter how certain Vanguard abilities function for you. You can take the Studious path with Intelligence, which gives you a spell repository and allows you to learn ritual spells, or you can go the Talented path with Charisma, which lets you learn more spells as you level up and gives you a free cast of a first level spell every day. This choice is important for your abilities, but it also gives you more customization and control over the flavor of your character and allows you to choose between a more wizardly or sorcerer vibe. The other ability that you get is Occult Awareness that lets you sense all magics that are around you for a short time. Also, for this duration, you can see the casting of any spell within range, regardless if there are any visible components to the spell. Next, at second level, you get spellcasting and a fighting style. There are two additional fighting styles, one for each arcane path. Depending on your choice, you can choose the Wizardly or Sorceress Warrior, which gives you 2 cantrips from the Wizard or Sorcerer spell list, respectively. At third level, we get back to the juicy stuff. Combat Enchantment allows you to expend spell slots to place a small enchantment on a weapon, armor, tool, or instrument, giving it a different bonus depending on the type of equipment enchanted. Also at third level, you choose your Vanguard form. These are subclasses and are also not in this document or video. Look, making this document was a lot harder than I thought it would be, and getting it out in pieces is a lot easier than a single document with a full class and 12 different subclasses. But the subclasses are coming out soon. I'm hoping for the week after next. This video was a lot to make, and I have to also make sure that the document looks good, even though everything's already written. These subclasses will also be free and all consolidated into a single document after they're released, along with a video to go over them just like this one. But suffice to say, there's a lot of cool stuff, including elemental subclasses, so you can live out your Demon Slayer breathing style, Fairy Tail Dragon Slayer, or Avatar: The Last Airbender fantasies, and other subclasses that focus on specific applications of magic, not necessarily restricted to schools of magic. Fourth level, you get your ability score improvement, or ASI. Whoa. Fifth level, you get extra attack, moving on to 6. Wait, you didn't think that was all, did you? No. Also at 5th level, you get battle incantations. This means that when you take the attack action, you can replace one of the attacks with a cantrip if you know one, or something more cool, you can cast a leveled spell instead. This means hit somebody with your weapon attack and then use Burning Hands to hit him and the 2 others behind him. Cast Fairy Fire and then immediately attack to use that advantage you got from the spell. A big part of this class is to make you feel like a caster and a martial warrior, not just whatever role you want to be that turn. And I think this ability is one that exemplifies that idea the best in this class. 6th level, you have made yourself a problem. The BBEG needs to take you off the map. They raise a finger and cast a spell. You see the unmistakable beam of a disintegrate spell coming right for you. This is really bad. For someone who isn't you, cut their spell in twain with the Spell Slicer ability. There is a check associated with this, but Fireball, Disintegrate, Blight, Guiding Bolt, all those spells and more can be reduced to nothing by the Spell Slicer ability. Warning, Spell Slicer cannot deal with everything, and there are restrictions to this ability. Use at your own risk. Please read the full ability and ask your DM if Spell Slicer is right for you. Also at 6th level, you get Improved Arcanist, which lets you take another step down your arcane path that you chose at 1st level. If you chose the Studious arcane path, your spell repository that could previously only hold ritual spells now holds all spells you know and becomes equivalent to a full spell book. If you walk the path of the Talented, your innate magical ability allows you to choose from sorcerer metamagic abilities. 8th level, ASI, yay! 9th level, do you want to cast a spell but can't afford to expend an attack to cast it? Signature Spell Strike is here to help. When you land a weapon attack, you can cast a spell with no action requirement centered on the target of the attack. Want to fireball your enemy and everyone around them, including yourself? pop off. The spells you can use this ability with do have restrictions, and the list of spells you can choose from is also formed by your chosen arcane path. But I'm not getting too into the specifics of all of the abilities in this video. If you're interested in playing this class, this video is not a replacement for reading the full document, which is available for free on Ko-Fi and Patreon. But we continue on. 10th level. Are you tired of watching the full casters of the group have all the fun with the high level spells? Why shouldn't you be able to cast a 9th level spell? Because you're playing a half caster and you have other abilities that make up for your lack of high level spell slots? That's dumb. I thought we were here to have fun. I'm here to tell you to overcharge your spells and cast them at double the expended spell slot level. So what if you might risk a bit of exhaustion? You almost certainly can do it once a day without any risk, and a bit of exhaustion goes away after a long rest. Make the big booms next to your wizard and sorcerer buddy for as long as you want. 12th level. ASI again, so cool, yay. 14th level. You get magically assisted reflexes and can react twice in a round a number of times per day. Need to make sure that the enemy casters aren't getting their spells off? Burn through your higher level spell slots to counterspell them and kill their fun. And also as a bonus, you get to make your DM weep. Although more likely you're gonna cast shield and then also make an attack of opportunity. 16th level. Another ASI, probably maxed out your spellcasting mod. Yay, congrats. 18th level. If you somehow haven't noticed, this class has a lot of burst damage potential. So, after doubling and tripling down, we are going to quadruple down on that. Dual casting, the capstone ability of the core class. When you cast a spell as an action, you can cast another spell as part of the same action to throw everything you have at the enemy. Also, yes, this does mean that you could overcharge cast Cone of Cold to 9th level and then follow it up immediately by casting a 9th level overcharged Fireball. However, you can only do this once a short rest. 19th level. Hey, it's your final ASI. Probably get a new feat with this, or up your con, man. I don't know. Now, like I said previously, the subclasses and their abilities are not included in this video, but so you know what to expect, you get subclass abilities at 3rd, 7th, 11th, 15th, and 20th level. This means that the 20th level ability comes from the subclass instead of the class, which I'm more partial to for flavor, but we will get to those next time. Also, I did point out some very strong combos that you can do with this class, and I would like to point out that while they are very strong, this class doesn't have a way to get spell slots back outside of a long rest, meaning that if you burn through multiple high-level resources back to back, you're going to run out of spell slots and other abilities and have to fall back on your more basic ones. Also, I feel like for the level you get most of these abilities at, the enemies you face at that point will also be able to do some pretty outrageous things. So I guess I'm saying I'm aware of some of the crazier things this class can do, and I stand by it. With that, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope you enjoyed the class idea at the very least. And if you did, like I said, the class document is available for free right now, and the subclasses will be coming out soon. If you feel like the document is worth a few bucks and want to toss them my way, I would really appreciate it. But also, if you can't, or if you just want to try it out or look it over and see what you think, that's absolutely fine. But hit the subscribe or follow button to make sure you see the subclasses document come out in the next week or two, so that you can try out the entire class. With that, thanks for watching, and I have to go work on getting those subclasses art and formatted correctly. So, I will catch you next time.